Welcome to the Origin Summer Preview with the Dice Tower. In this series, we look at recently released and upcoming games for summer 2014. And now, recorded live at Origins 2014, here's your host, Eric Summerer.
Welcome back to the Origins Summer Preview. I'm Eric Summerer here with Kevin Brusky from APE Games. Hello, Kevin. Welcome to Origins.
Thanks.
We're looking at Island Siege.
Yeah, Island Siege came out just this year. It was kickstarted last year.
Okay.
Came out from APE Games, and it is a two-player game of building colonies in the West Indies during the 1600s. The deal is, you start with a starting fort. These cubes that you put on here are stones of different types.
Okay.
And the stones are going to reinforce your forts. As you build more forts, you're going to collect stones and be able to use those stones to reinforce your forts as well. Now, when you build a fort, you're going to pay attention to the types of stones that you put on there, because stones of the same color reinforce each other.
Oh, okay.
And you've also got forts that have stones behind other stones, so you have to knock through layers to be able to get back to the fort.
All right.
The idea for the game is to, every turn you're going to move colonists off your Imperial card onto your fort. And so every fort you have, you're going to be moving more and more and more guys out. As you do that, you are going to clear this card, which is one of the objectives for winning. If you can clear your card at the start of your turn, you win the game. The other way is to build enough stuff that you've collected 20 gold.
All right.
You're going to have a small hand of cards, and cards are forts, buildings, or ships, which are the things that you can build. In order to build a fort, you simply put it out from your hand. You get a free cube of the color of the flag to add to it from the general supply. You're also going to have your own supply of cubes that you can use to help reinforce it.
Okay.
So if I had that, I could build my fort with that. And now on a future turn, I would add a colonist to this fort and a colonist to this fort. So you can see that as I get more forts, this is going to start
drain your guys
much more quickly.
Okay.
Now, I can also, if I wish, build ships and or buildings.
Okay.
These are a little different than building forts. You're going to build buildings behind forts using colonists from your fort. So this particular building requires 2 colonists, so I'd move those down to here. And now this fort has more room to put more colonists onto it.
Okay.
This gives me gold for building it, as well as reinforcements to this fort if there were some stones missing.
Right.
Now, a ship is built in a very similar fashion, using more colonists. If this particular colony, this particular fort had 4 colonists on it, like 4 turns from now, then I would take these 4 meeples from it and move them over to here. You'll notice that it doesn't go behind the fort, it goes alongside of it.
Okay.
Now, as I'm building, my opponent is doing the exact same thing, and I don't want him to beat me clearing this card off.
Of course.
And so the siege in Island Siege is that I am sending my ship over as an option on my turn to attack his fort. I can choose any fort of his to attack.
Okay.
And as I attack it, I roll dice to see what I can destroy. The dice have the colors of stone on them, as well as a wild card symbol.
All right.
And we call this a leadership symbol.
Okay.
The leadership symbols are used to, some ships give you special abilities. And so basically, depending the type of ship you have, you're going to gain special abilities with these symbols if you roll them.
Gotcha.
You start the game rolling 3 dice, but as you clear these of colonists here, you get additional re-rolls and additional dice.
Nice.
So I've got 2 things cleared here, so I get 4 dice total, and I actually get 2 re-rolls. So I could roll to attack his fort. This is actually not a terrible roll for demonstration purposes. I'll just leave it like this. Let's say I rolled that.
There you go.
The first thing you do is see if you rolled any of these wheels, and if these wheels, the leadership symbols, make any sense for your ships that you have.
You trigger a special ability.
That didn't happen in this case. The next thing I would do is select an attack color. You have to pick white, gray, or black as your attack color, and you take all of the dice of that color and attack that fort.
Okay.
So I have 2 white here. I have to select both white, and I would remove one white stone from his fort.
Okay.
Had I selected black as my attack color, I would have just taken 1 black off of his fort. If I had selected gray, I would not remove any gray because the grays reinforce each other. I would have had to roll 2 gray in order to pick off 2 gray.
Gotcha.
All right. So let's say, but I picked white. as my color. I took off his white cube, and now I've got a gray and a black dice left.
Yep.
There's a second wave that occurs, and during that second wave I can do one of two things. I can take these two colors as reinforcement cubes into my supply, and now I can use these for building future forts.
Right.
Alternately, had I rolled a red symbol, I could, instead of taking these, I could use any red symbols to remove any cubes as a second wave attack.
Okay.
So I could take even a gray cube off of his fort, and now I'm that much closer to destroying his fort.
Right.
If I destroy his fort, let's say he destroys my fort in a future turn.
Yeah.
He takes this off, and all these are gone. As soon as all of these are gone, any meeples that are on here go back onto this card, and these meeples also go back on here.
Any buildings that the fort is protecting get emptied as well.
Get emptied as well.
Okay.
Whenever you build something, these coins are used as victory points.
Okay.
These coins, by the way, are made by Campaign Coins, and they are gorgeous. They've got some great heft to them.
And this is in the box.
And it comes in the box.
Wow.
You get 13 coins in the box. Yep. And so that's Island Siege in a nutshell.
Excellent. Available now?
It is available through at your friendly local game store right now. Yep.
Excellent. Thank you, Kevin, from APE Games Island Siege.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you join us for the rest of our summer preview videos. We'd like to thank Gamma and Origins for making these videos possible. And we hope that all of you have fun gaming. See you next time.